Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News and Disc Jockey News TV. It is Wednesday night, and I have got a special guest with me tonight. I've got Dr. Drax from the ADJA. Good evening, Drax.
Hey, how are you, John? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. We have got some cool stuff we're going to be talking about tonight, and I can't wait to get into it. But first off, let's talk about snow. How much snow do you have on the ground?
None. Zero. Zero, nada. Now, it has been cold and it's rained a little bit, but, you know, it's interesting to watch all the Facebook pictures showing pictures. Here's Boston. You know, it's amazing. Boston looks incredibly like Minneapolis.
It really looks more like Minneapolis than we look. Oh, that's crazy this year. Crazy. And I suppose you're feeling sorry for us in the upper Midwest and the East Coast.
No, not at all, because you see, I think turnabout's fair play. The way this rolls is you're freezing and it's cold and there's snow, but you also don't watch the asphalt melt when summer comes.
There is that.
So we're where it's 120, 125 in the summer, to where literally you'll drive around the mall parking lot looking for that super close spot, much like you do in the middle of winter when it's snowing.
Yep.
Because if you're wearing flip-flops, your feet will be burning by the time you get to inside of the mall. So, no, I don't feel sorry for you. I think we pick our poisons.
I guess that's one way to describe it. I guess it's easier to put a jacket on than it is to melt your flip-flops to your feet.
What I tell people, I said, you know, you can only get so naked. And that, you know, that's just not...
That's a T-shirt. We should have that as a T-shirt. You can like... Oh.
That's a good idea.
Oh, funny.
Just think about it. When it's cold, you can put more coat on. You can put a scarf, a woolly hat. You can put a jacket, a woolly coat. When it's hot, there's only so naked you can get and still be accepted in a public space. I mean, unless you're going to a nudist ranch or something.
Oh, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff.
I mean, when it's 120, that's bright sunlight. There's lots of parts of me I don't want seeing the light of day.
I can't hide behind anything. Oh, funny. Well, let's jump into it tonight. We are talking about the Las Vegas DJ show, and that's coming up starting... Now, the dates on that for this year's show, give that to us.
August 31 to September 2nd is the official show dates. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We have a soft start on August 30. That really is a way to distribute all the badges, get everybody in, meeting people, kind of getting people the networking started, because we think networking is one of the most important aspects of any conference. When you come to the Las Vegas DJ show, you're family. We want to make you feel welcome and introduce you to all the people so that you feel appreciated and that you feel like you make new colleagues, make new friends, because that ultimately is how learning happens, is when you have peers to share.
Oh, for sure. Now, do you have some kind of an activity then planned for Sunday night when people are arriving besides the badge pickup?
We do, actually, because we've moved the show to Planet Hollywood, which is amazingly gorgeous. It's clean. It smells wonderful. Everything about it's awesome. Right upstairs where we're going to host the show, there's a large mezzanine area. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a great open space for breakfast with the Game Master each day. It's going to be a great place for us to network. We'll have some music. We'll have some entertainment, some games, and some things to get people together. You know, we took a page last year. We were a bit loud, I would say, at the networking event. So, you know, we listened to the feedback we got, and we realized that wasn't what we needed. And this year it's going to be much more conversational, but it's going to be fun and really upbeat. A great way to start the show.
Oh, for sure. I really enjoy those kind of mixers because, as you say, you talk to people that once you get into the seminars and people are going different directions, you may not get to talk to much the rest of the week.
Exactly. And so we think that the opening night, Sunday, really sets the tone for an attendee through the week. If they have a great Sunday night, they'll have a great rest of the show.
Yeah, for sure. Now we're going to talk about the keynote that was just announced, and that's big news. I want to get to that, but you mentioned Breakfast with the Game Master with Scott Faber. Now, is that going to be something that happens one morning, or how often will Scott be having breakfast as part of the show?
Breakfast with the Game Master will be every morning. We haven't set the time yet, probably between 6 and 8 o'clock, thereabouts. Breakfast with the Game Master. Scott is historically an early morning riser. This dude is up and at it at 4 a.m. he'll notice I'm online at 4 a.m. and he'll be messaging me, and I'm going, dude, what are you doing up? I'm working obviously on files, getting my DJ business running with doing, that's kind of the only quiet time to listen to music and edit.
Sure.
And he's up and at it. I've done events with him where we both were at the party entertaining. It's 2 a.m. We load out. It's all finished. We have some breakfast. And he goes, well, I'm driving to California. That's like 500 miles.
Yeah.
We're not 250 miles, about 5 hours.
5 hours, yeah. I was going to say, it's a long haul.
He goes, oh, yeah, I'm good. I'll sleep for an hour and I'm good. So Breakfast with the Game Master will be every morning. It's a great way to start your day. We'll have food and beverages available for purchase there. Planet Hollywood is an awesome place because just down the escalator from the mezzanine is an area where you can get pastries and other, coffees, other things easy. Planet Hollywood is just such a great venue for a DJ conference. Everything's clean, everything's uptight and close where you can really advantage yourself. Tons of great restaurants. On the website, you're going to see a list of all the restaurants. In fact, it's a great thing for your spouse to come with you because the Miracle Mile Mall surrounds Planet Hollywood, and there's tons of shops for them to do a day spa for the women to entertain themselves with and enjoy. So it's going to be great. Breakfast with the Game Master is going to start every day off again with that strong networking and start the content every day.
And from last year's show, I would get there. I would consider it fairly early. I would get there about 8 a.m. to go and check out and get this thing set up at the booth. And already Scott had a large group, and they were just hanging on every word as he was sharing from his years of experience and his incredible, vast knowledge that the man has.
Yeah, last year we were at the convention center. We had about 200 people at Breakfast with the Game Master, enough that Scott actually had roller skates on so he could roll around.
That's right.
And get all the various people. That'll be a little more difficult on the carpet at the mezzanine, but what's great is we've got the ability for Breakfast with the Game Master to be upwards of 400 people.
Yeah.
Which for 7 a.m. in the morning at a DJ show, that's pretty impressive. And I definitely think Scott will get big numbers this year.
Yeah, exactly, because it's been popular. I mean, I've seen him do it. I think one of the first years he did that I was there, he probably had about 15 people one morning. And then I think the next day he had about 30. And then the next day the last day, I think there was about 50 or so out there.
Yeah.
And it just snowballs.
It's been a tradition Scott's done for probably a decade. He recently decided he wanted to host it at the Las Vegas DJ show, which we were grateful for that. And we're really grateful for him to be a part of our team because he really brings a great energy. When he brings his favoritism to it, it just really, and favoritism doesn't mean partiality. It means favor, F-A-V-E-R-tism. Just in case anybody out there is thinking any political stuff. His favoritisms are his little nuggets and gems.
Yep.
His little words of the day. I had to clarify that because when I said that, I thought, people are going to take that the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. Those of us who know Scott and know how he uses that and have heard him say that yes, you needed to explain that because not everybody would know Scott.
Exactly. Yeah. So, we're really excited, and I can't think of a better way for every morning to start than with Breakfast with the Game Master.
I would agree. That's a fabulous time, and if nothing else, just to be able to go and shake Scott's hand, give him a hug, and say, hey, is worth it alone, for that alone, because he's just a fabulous person.
He is. And like I say, we'll have food and beverages, so you get coffee and donuts and some, breakfast bagels and different things available there. So it's going to be a great way to have literally breakfast with the Game Master.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's jump into the big news that just came out here about 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
That you guys have gotten one of your big keynotes lined up. So tell us, what is going to be one of our featured keynotes for the Las Vegas DJ show?
We could not be more excited. For a decade, all of us as DJs have gone to various shows, and we've all talked about, wouldn't it be great to have X? Wouldn't it be great to have Y?
Yes.
One of the names that was recurrent was this particular individual. Our keynote is a guy that's made over $400 million with his voice. And if you YouTube him, you'll see he didn't start out at the top. There was no gift here. You'll see the progress and the evolution of his skills and talent. You'll see how he learned to develop a unique personal brand. He created a brand for himself. Our keynote this year is Michael Buffer. For those that may not be immediately familiar, think of the catchphrase. He's the most iconic sports announcer, entertainment personality out there.
Yes.
Think of Let's Get Ready to Rumble. He's done voiceovers, commercials for tons of people, tons of companies. And think about the concept that he grew his talent into a $400 million enterprise.
And I think it's going to be a fabulous look at how he, as you say, went from nothing and he created this brand. Because let's face it, any of us could say that and such, but how he was able to take that and really monetize it, I think is a great lesson for not only DJs, but really anybody who's out there doing things, because in this day and age, monetizing your intellectual property is really, really difficult to do.
It is, and that's what's exciting about it. I mean, not only is Michael Buffer somebody that every DJ has been talking about, boy, I wish somebody could get Michael Buffer, but he's going to talk about how he built a brand, not only how he improved his talent and his vocal skills, but how he built his brand. Yeah. And branding is the number one thing I see in the industry that DJs do poorly. They give little thought to their company name. They give little thought to their purpose statement, their defining statement. They give little thought to creating a brand. They're desperate to book a party, so they book a party not thinking what will that event do to affect their brand image.
For sure.
And we can take this as a playbook from many big corporations in terms of they have lucrative opportunities that come to them, but they won't do them because they would damage their brand.
Yeah.
You know, certain companies won't sponsor some sporting events because that sporting event would tend to damage their brand. Certain artists, performers, won't let their songs be utilized for XYZ commercial because to them they think that would speak differently about their brand. Maybe that company's social commentary isn't in line with theirs or what they believe their audience is, and so they're respectful of their brand. And Michael Buffer, let's face it, this guy has taken 5 words and made it a household phrase.
Very much so.
He's taken a phrase and monetized it and turned it into literally, he is the most iconically identified sports announcer in the history of sports.
Oh, for sure. And I think if you could walk into any group of people, you walk into your local elementary school even, and I think if you go up there and say, let's get ready, and I bet 99% of those kids would be finishing that phrase for you because it's become such a part of our lexicon and culture.
Yeah, that's what we're so excited because, just the ideas of this guy's going to be on stage at the Las Vegas DJ show. Yeah. He's going to tell you his journey. He's going to tell you how he did it. He's going to tell you the steps he took, the mistakes he may have made. He's going to help you to see the possibilities in you.
Yeah.
He's going to be very inspirational, but one thing we focus on at the Las Vegas DJ show is maximum educational content, and I am confident he's going to share things with you about how he built his brand, and if you evaluate those, you'll be able to see how you can use those things in your own brand.
Exactly. And one thing I think that my grandfather who always used to say, it's so much better to learn from other people's experiences than have to go and make the same mistakes that they've done already. So I think this is a great example of not only someone who's made, as you mentioned, and he's done some things that have really evolved his brand, and we can learn from what didn't work, and we can learn from the things that did work and be able to apply them. And I think that's just a fabulous, fabulous opportunity.
Yeah, my grandpa actually shared that with me too. He said, the smart man learns from his mistake. The wise man learns from the mistakes of others.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's really part of what we want to do is bring the smart people together, bring the sharpest minds together so we can all learn from the journey. Because let's face it, we all make mistakes. I've made tons of mistakes, even some recently. Yeah. We all do this. The best hope, though, is if we have the right mentors and coaches and the right opportunities to attend conferences where people tell us good information that we can directly take as a nugget into our business. I mean, I promise people you'll be inspired, motivated, and educated with Michael Buffer. He's going to be amazing. I just can't even wait to hear him say the words. That's going to be the coolest part.
It'll be that chills as the beginning.
Absolutely. And I can tell you this. you can only let your mind float to the way that's going to roll out and the way that opener is going to happen.
That'll be fun.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But of course, Michael is just one of many presenters you're going to be having at the show this year.
Exactly. We take our show with the idea of providing lots of content and lots of content choices. We'll have 3 simultaneous sessions after the keynotes. Oh, did I mention we're going to have a keynote every day?
Oh, really? Okay, nice.
We're going to actually have a general session open the show every day.
Wonderful.
Except Wednesday. And Wednesday, the keynote will close the show after the exhibit hall closes.
Okay.
So we're going to have tons of great content, tons of people to speak to a variety of topics. There's a ton of new changes politically that are bringing to bear changes that impact our industry. Net neutrality is one of them. People think, well, what has that got to do with me? Net neutrality has a lot to do with how we utilize the internet in our business. It has a lot to do with the way the government can impact and control our business via the internet. So that's one area of topic. We're going to have Michael Anderson is going to be teaching you things you can do with your projector you never thought you could.
Oh, wow. That seminar will be worth the price of the admission right there.
Exactly. You know, Michael is an expert. I have done a ton of things with projectors, but he has opened the Pandora's box. I've looked inside, and it's like watching Raiders of the Lost Ark when the guy looks inside the Ark of the Covenant. You know, there's like all this knowledge just coming out. I'm like so excited for Michael's presentation because this is a direct, simple, easy thing that every DJ that attends the show can do. It'll immediately add dollars in their pocket. It'll immediately add bang to their business. It'll immediately add wow factor to their performances. And it'll utilize something that we largely buy because we want to do photo montages.
Certainly.
Or we do music videos. I am so excited. You can't even imagine the energy I have for this session. I mean,
for sure. And at different trade shows and such, we've seen the booth and what Michael's been doing, and he looks in and goes, "Oh yeah, I can put it right there." And it's like, "Yeah, no, that's at an angle, and it's doing weird things, and it's back at those things." And the way he goes, "Yeah, no, just wait." And it's
exactly. You know, using projectors on long throws, and you know, keystoning out where you're at a sharp angle and making it look. This guy is the free expert.
He is
expert. He's going to be at the Las Vegas DJ show.
Yeah.
His session will be one you don't want to miss. And one of the other elements that we're really excited is, if you look at a lot of DJ events, the female contingent is really largely underrepresented. At our show, I take pride in that we've always put female presenters and performers in the mix of performers, not just because they're women, but because they're great women with great knowledge, and that embraces, at least to me, it shows that we're reaching out to embrace the whole of our industry and not just the male segment or the youth segment. You know, another area where we're going to pioneer this is we're going to bring in presenters, and we're going to talk about the changing political landscape relative as it pertains to same-sex weddings. It's now legal in all but a few states.
Yes.
And, you know, we're not going to get into the religiosity or, you know, faith or politics of it, but rather this is an emerging market segment that if you're a DJ, there's all of a sudden going to be tens of thousands, albeit hundreds of thousands, of people looking to have weddings and looking to have celebrations. And obviously there are some differences in the way you handle a same-sex event versus a heterosexual event. You know, there isn't really a bride and a groom, per se. You know, there's just two people connecting their love together. And so there's some techniques and things that you need to do differently. There's things you need to know about respect of their culture or their experiences, because gay Americans will bring a different set of experiences to the party. They have lived with different things. They've experienced different things. And this is a tremendous opportunity to engage this audience and to learn how to perform well for their events. And I liken it to someone wanting to get into the bar bat mitzvah market. you really shouldn't get into that space unless you understand the cultural significance in the Jewish community.
Oh, for sure.
Want to get into the quinceaneras in the Hispanic market, you really shouldn't get into that unless you have taken the time to learn the nuances of the Hispanic culture, of that particular thing. And I think the same holds true with same-sex marriages. There's, it's new ground for a lot of people. You see a ton of Facebook chatter, social media. Well, I just booked a same-sex marriage. I'm not real comfortable in terms of I don't know how I introduce the people.
Yep.
What's the proper, phrases? Because as DJs, we fall into, particularly in weddings, a lot of catchphrases.
Certainly, yes.
Please welcome, Mr. and Mrs. So all of these things, they're not big things, but it takes conscious knowledge and adjustment. And so we're going to present content about how you, if you want to engage this market segment, how you engage it, the proper way to market, the proper way to facilitate and conduct the events. I don't personally believe they're radically different from heterosexual weddings, but there is enough nuances that you need to understand so that you don't have any faux pas, no slips of the tongue, again, calling the bride and groom. Because you think about it, so many DJs go, the bride and the groom, and if you've had those patterns in your speech for a number of years, and you're doing this wedding, it could be easy to slip into old patterns of introduction. So there's going to be awesome. A couple other things that are going to be great. Randy Bartlett is going to be taking microphone skills, advanced mic techniques to level 3 or 4 or 5. We haven't quite figured it out, but he definitely is going to take it up a whole nother notch.
Sure.
We're going to have a lot of presenters dealing with business sales, how to sell. Mitch Taylor will be teaching sales.
Yeah.
Robert Walk is going to do a presentation called Is Your Smartphone Really Smart? And Is It Making You Money? He's going to teach you how he's booking events with his smartphone. Never actually meeting the client because they don't want to. Because again, if we look forward, we've all got to meet the client face to face, got to have this personal thing. But let's be honest, the millennial generation, the next group, they are far more comfortable with texting on a phone versus talking on a phone. And they're making decisions based on textual information.
Very much so. Very much so.
Alan Berg has shared information before about you need to communicate with your potential client in the way they want to communicate. Well, Robert has taken that to a whole new level and developed a mechanism where he's actually dealing with the customers that want to deal in that fashion. He's now turning it into dollars. Okay. He's now booking. He's booking events via text.
Yes.
Amazing. So that's going to be huge. That's going to be another watershed moment where the Las Vegas DJ show leads the way, pioneers with new trends, new technologies, and teaches DJs how to best utilize everything at their disposal. I mean, there's tons and tons of presenters. Jeremy Brecht is going to be presenting something probably on lighting. He just did an amazing job lighting up another event recently. Just big props to him. He did a killer job with that. And you can learn from him the techniques he used, if you saw that, it was clear how he layered light, layered effect. I think you were there, John.
Yep, and he did a fabulous job. And I've known and worked with Jeremy on numerous things, and he is a lighting guru. I mean, really, in the full sense of the term. And he knows more about lighting. He's probably forgotten more about lighting than I know.
Oh, and by the way, let's not forget the indomitable Ben Stowe will be speaking. Alan Berg will be there. We will have probably close to 26 to 30 presenters by the time it's done. There'll be about that many seminars going on to choose from.
Nice.
We'll have 3 a day. Sessions will run Monday all day. Tuesday they'll run in the morning for a couple hours. We'll have exhibits from 11 to 4. And then people will be free for the afternoon networking events. Wednesday, we will have sessions in the morning till 11. We'll have the exhibits from 11 to 2. And then we'll have the show close with a super killer keynote And then what I'm really excited about, again, a pioneering concept. We're going to have a wrap party. We're in the entertainment business.
Okay.
We're going to wrap the show with a wrap party, and it's going to be hot. It's going to be at one of the hottest clubs in Las Vegas. And all I can tell you is some big people will be on the deck. Don't know if they're going to make an appearance yet, but it's going to be amazing. It's going to be an incredible way to end the show. So if you're looking at hotel and airfare, don't book a departure on Wednesday unless you really got to get home, because Wednesday night will be a night to remember.
Wow, very nice. Now, for those people who are looking at this year's show and they're like, since it's moved to Planet Hollywood, what are going to be the hotel arrangements? Because sometimes, as we both know, people are very cautious with their money when it comes to buying hotel rooms. Are there different options?
There absolutely is. One of the great things, when we decided to make this move to the center of the Strip, we're actually taking it to the real heart of the Strip, where everything happens. Everything in Las Vegas happens at the apex of Planet Hollywood, Paris, Bellagio, Cosmopolitan, and Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
That's the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. Well, Planet Hollywood, the rooms in our block are awesome. They're like $99, which is a great deal. Wow. They come with discounted resort fees. They come with extra perks and benefits. Some will have strip views. But because there are people that are thrifty with their money and they say, it's just a bed, I'm just going to sleep there, we've not just set up a hotel arrangement at one hotel. We've actually set up a hotel block on 8 hotels. 8 hotels in the Caesars network. So you can stay at Caesar's Palace if that's your taste and style. You can stay at Rio if you want to be a little farther away and have a suite with cooking facilities and refrigerator. You can stay at Harrah's if you're really looking to keep your price down. You can stay at Bally's for a little more, Paris for a little more. You can stay at Flamingo, I think, for $75. So you can stay at the Link, I think, also for like $99. So there's all these cool properties. The Link is brand new, and Harrah's and Bally's in Paris and Planet Hollywood, they're all right there in the clutch, so you can easily walk from one to the other. That's what we've really tried this year, is to make everything central. You don't have to walk across the street and down a block, 5 blocks to your hotel or to do things. In fact, one of the cool things is Planet Hollywood borders on what's called the Miracle Mile Mall.
Yeah.
Every shopping thing you could desire is in the Miracle Mile. I mean, I was there for LDI checking out Planet Hollywood, and it's like, next thing I know, I'm walking out with clothes and a new razor, walking out with candy. My wife's walking out with dresses.
Yeah.
It's just tons of fun. And what's so exciting about this network is all of the programs that we have connect you at all the properties. You can stay at Caesar's Palace and get the discounts there. And if you stay anywhere in those 8 hotels, you're supporting the show.
Nice.
So people don't feel conflicted of like, well, I need to save money, but I want to support the show. Well, we've made it where stay where you want within this 8 group of hotels. But I'm really super excited about Planet Hollywood. It's clean. It's gorgeous. It smells wonderful. They scent it all up. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
You've got P.F. Chang's, Gordon Ramsay's burger. There's sub sandwiches. There's diner food. There's Pinky's hot dogs. I mean, literally, this is the place for a DJ show, because any kind of food you want is right there. And, oh, by the way, the buffet at Planet Hollywood is amazing.
Yeah, for sure. And it's, as you say, it's a big, beautiful facility. One of the things, Drax, when we have been to different venues, is that sometimes, the distance from when I'm coming from the room, because I like to stay on site because I don't like to have to go. When I leave the room and it's a 10-minute walk to get to this point and it's another 10-minute walk, it seems like you're walking forever. Now, how is that going to be at the Planet Hollywood for us?
Well, one of the feedback we got hosting at the Las Vegas Convention Center was DJs going, I didn't sign up for a fitness camp. Because, from the front door of the convention center, it's a long walk. From the west gate, it was a long walk.
Yeah.
Literally, you'll take your elevator from the north of the south tower to the second floor mezzanine level. You'll get off, and you'll walk 50 yards. 50 yards is about it. It's so close. Literally, if you're in the north tower, you'll get out. You'll come out around the corner. You'll be in the mezzanine in 50 feet. And from the mezzanine You go down a hallway about another 100 feet, and you're right at the celebrity ballrooms where everything's going to happen. So, I mean, that's literally as close as we can get without room service.
Yeah, without having a tent and sitting right in front of the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice.
So we're pretty excited. We think, again, we take all feedback as positive, even when it's critical.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's ultimately how you really build the best show you can for the attendee. Is, sure, it's smarts, but you gotta not get upset. You gotta say, what are they communicating to me?
Yep.
Where did we let this attendee down? Because I do want to make everyone as happy as possible with the Las Vegas DJ show. I mean, that's why we've been surveying the attendees for 5 years, because I want everybody to come. I want everybody to have a great time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know it's impossible. You can't please all the people all the time. That's you can't. But it's my mission to make it the very best I can for as many people as I can, and take whatever feedback we get from someone that, like, again, the convention center. I love the convention center because of the simplicity within which the event is organized.
Very much so, yeah, I agree.
But your attendees say, dude, that is like a walk. I don't want to be there. And I'm like, oh, it sucks. So you look at a hotel where your costs are going to go up significantly, but you say that's the right thing to do because that's what our customers are saying.
Yeah.
That's what the members of ADJ are saying. That's what the attendees at the show want. So what do? We went out and surveyed all the hotels, found that what we thought was the ultimate best opportunity. Because, hey, guess what? Planet Hollywood is right across the street from the Marquee.
Yeah.
No cab, literally, there's no cab rides needed for any of the activities we're doing at the Las Vegas DJ show. You'll be able to walk to them with no problem.
Very nice.
Not walk like start at sunrise and see at sundown.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is more than about a 5 to 10 minute walk tops. But Marquee, it's literally right across the street.
So now, Drax, it sounds like the show is going to be incredible and really looking forward to it. Now, how is the ticket prices and how has that changed then from past shows?
Well, with the elevation we've made at the Las Vegas DJ show, the passes went up slightly. But that's okay because, in my opinion, we have significantly more than tripled the value of the show by bringing it to Planet Hollywood, by adding the separation of space, if you will,
mm-hmm.
by bringing things tight together, and by bringing in people like Michael Buffer. Last year we brought in Chris Cox, which was amazing, the Disco Fries, Public Enemy with Keith Shockley, Chuck D, Flava Flav. This year's going to be even better. We're just not dropping it all on the web right now. ADJA members can get passes, full VIP passes for $75.
Wow.
That'll be good for a period of time, but those prices will go up as we get closer to showtime.
Sure.
Currently, someone that's not a member of ADJA can buy a full VIP pass for $149. Now, the really cool part about it that we're doing to encourage people to stay on site is those that have a full VIP pass and stay on site and present evidence of a paid 3-day hotel stay in any one of the 8 hotels, we're going to give them a gift certificate redeemable on the show floor with one of our exhibitors. We're going to give them money. Now, it's only good until Wednesday at 2 o'clock, but we're going to give them money on Wednesday to go spend with the exhibitors. Because, again, it's not about let's raise the price and make money. Let's raise the price and do more.
Yeah.
Let's the exhibitors have a better experience because, folks, the exhibitors pay the lion's share of the bills.
Yep.
And the Internet of Things kind of changes how we all buy. Well, they still need to see some reason to be there beyond shaking hands and kissing babies.
For sure.
So our goal is to help attendees. Essentially, we're rebating them part of their ticket pass on the full VIP at $149 and up to spend money with the exhibitors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another great advantage, and it's another great reason to stay on site, to stay at Planet Hollywood or one of the hotels, because you'll get a portion of what you spent on your room back.
Nice.
You know, we haven't figured out the number yet, but it's going to be awesome. Couple other things, those that are in the $149 and up price category, they're going to have the opportunity to be in a drawing for a DDJ SX2. Can't beat that. It's over $1,000 player.
Yeah.
In a drawing to get that device. We have one of the new Newmark media player, the NV.
Mm-hmm.
7, that's going to be drawing. So buying a pass at the Las Vegas DJ show guarantees you have a good shot at winning a major item. We're going to have a lot of drawings. We've always, as you observed over the last years, we've kind of pioneered moving away from the super large mega giveaway to lots of opportunities for people to win.
For sure.
In fact, I'll tell you right now, while we're at the show, some attendees are going to win a free pass to the 2016 show. We don't know who's going to give them out, how they're going to be given out, but people that have passes to the Las Vegas DJ show could win a pass to the 2016 show simply for being there.
Sure.
One thing we did this year, last year we had free exhibit passes. To be candid, that didn't work out so well because people signed up, came and got a badge, and never went to the hall. Still haven't figured the science of that yet. This year, the exhibit halls, the pass is $49. But, again, we're doing something really great because it's not about us monetizing people that just want to shop. So we want them to come shop. They'll pay $50 for an exhibit-only pass, and we will give them a coupon for $49 that they will be able to go redeem in the exhibit hall.
Nice.
So, so again, they get to the exhibit hall free, but now they get something that gives them the opportunity to go and redeem that money they spent for $50 with one of our great sponsors.
Sure.
And for me, that's kind of a win-win.
Oh, yes. The
DJ gets a free pass to the exhibit floor. They get an opportunity to translate what they spent into something they would buy anyway, use it toward a great discount on a product from NLFX or American DJ or Chevet or any of the other companies that support the show. And it helps the exhibitors have a good experience because now there's a reason, for them to continue to belong and support the educational efforts. Because sometimes when you build a really super strong content-focused, education-focused show, sometimes people won't spend as much time in the hall, may not spend as much money. But everybody wants to see the cool things. I just signed 3 exhibitors today that have brand new products that they'll be streeting at the Las Vegas DJ show.
Nice.
It'll be the first place you'll see them. And so we want, you've heard me say from the podium, hey, if you want to thank us for a great show, go support the exhibitors.
Very much.
Go right.
Yep.
Not pitching for them to sell, but rather recognizing the reality that these are the people that support the show, largely underwrite everything we do. And so we think this is, again, a kind of a cool thing. It's a give back. Because for myself and the American Disc Jockey Association and all of the team we have working on the show, it's not just me, although I'm often put out as the face. There's a team of half a dozen people working on the show. This is a give back. This is our giving back to the industry. That's really what the Las Vegas DJ show was started as. And if you recall, we had $49 all access passes.
Yep.
Those were give backs to the industry. At those this year for last year's attendees, they had $49 for 49 hours. And we did that because that was giving back to people that supported us in the first 4 years when we've been growing the show.
Yeah.
And so hopefully your viewers will see that what we're about is building the industry, uniting the industry around a common ideal of raising educational expectations, raising what we leave a show with, that we leave the show with great content, nuggets that we can write down. Because to me, I can learn at any show.
Yeah.
Put me at any show, doesn't matter who's speaking, I can learn something.
Yep.
And that's part of what our education mantra is, to have lots of choices. So if you go sit in a person's session and you go, it's not really where I thought the topic was headed. Not sure I'm believing what the guy is saying. Which we vet every speaker as being qualified in their area of expertise. But the good news is with 3 tracks, you can step out, go next door, and pick another.
Exactly.
Choice. And so with that, there's always content to be absorbed, always knowledge to be learned. We're the only show that offers seriously advanced workshops at our show, as part of our show. And I'll tell your viewers, when we post up the advanced workshops, there'll be a big press release and a notice of it. You better sign up immediately because typically most of them are sold out in 14 days or less.
Exactly.
Some, Randy Bartlett's, for example, his sell out in 14 hours.
Yeah, very quickly.
So I just think it's going to be an awesome thing. Now, you had mentioned, I think, about tips for the newbies.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that now because there's, we're going to have two groups that I really wanted to focus on. There's those of us who come to every show, and we've been there, done that. But I think there's two groups I want you to address and give some tips to. One would be a newer DJ who is basically, has heard us talk about these things, and they're ready to pull the trigger. Something that they can maybe get the most out of the experience. And then secondly, there's some people who haven't been to a show for a couple of years. Maybe they hit one of the early ones, and some ideas of why and what they could do to get more out of this year's show and really to become part of it. So let's start with the new people. Well,
with the new people, first thing that we're doing is something kind of different. We use a really high-end show badge. It's a plastic badge. It's big. That show badge is going to have an indicator on it that you're a first-time attendee. But what that's there to do is not to brand you, but rather it's there to let the seasoned show attendees know that, hey, this guy or gal is a first-time attendee. Because guess what? We've all been the new guy.
For sure.
We've all gone to the show, and I remember going to a show back in '97 and by myself, didn't know anybody, and I'm wandering around, and we're DJs, we're gregarious and outgoing, but DJs all got massive egos. It's like, how do I meet these guys? How do I, who seems to be the cool kids?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to make an identifier that this person's new, and we're going to challenge all the seasoned pros to meet as many of these first-time attendees as they can. Yeah. I would tell them, start your day with breakfast with the game master.
Yep.
Because when you make the extra effort, yes, it's hard. We go out late, we party, but when you make the effort to get up and be there, you're going to then network with some of the best people. Because I tell you what, when you talk about getting out of bed and being at a place at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, that's a person that's serious about growing their business.
For sure.
Those are great people for you to connect with.
Yeah.
So we're doing these elements, and we have a lot of content. Not all of it is 202 and 303 level, but everything has a gradient, if you will.
Yep.
I've told our presenters we want advanced level content. We don't want 101 content at the show. Everybody should walk away with one or two takeaways from every presentation they attend.
Yep.
And those takeaways should be such that they can apply them to their business at pretty much any level that they are. And that's been a big challenge to presenters. So I said, I don't want you dumbing it down, but present it in a manner that all the steps to integrate become clear to a new attendee or to a beginning DJ. There's a lot of people that are just coming into the industry.
Mm-hmm.
They're younger. And let's face it, most people didn't get into being a DJ because they thought they would do weddings. That's typically not what happens. We ended up doing a party at college or high school, and we liked it, and we liked getting known by our friends and things. And then we realized, wow, you can make some good money at weddings. Oh, there's good money to be made at bar and bat mitzvahs, at quinceaneras, at same-sex weddings.
Yeah.
And so this is part of the educational introduction for the new attendee. And what I would tell them is make sure they have their smartphone or they have a way, because we'll have all of the data will be available to download on their digital devices.
Mm-hmm.
Use it however they wish, and that will help them. And obviously, I'll tell them, look for the members, the attendees whose badges say ADJA, because they're members of the world's largest trade association for DJs. We're representing DJs at South by Southwest, at Wedding Wire, Midwest DJs Live. We're taking the message to DJs everywhere we can.
Sure.
So reach out to one of those people. They'd love to introduce themselves to you, talk to you a bit, and introduce you to what being a part of ADJA can do for you if you're not one already.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things to help DJs build and grow their business. That's kind of our purpose statement. Mm-hmm. We help DJs, or our defining statement, rather, we help DJs build and grow their business. So that's what I would recommend for the newbies.
Yeah.
Look for John Young. Follow John Young, and you'll see tons of people. And if you can just wedge yourself in that audience, there will always be something to learn. Same for Scott Favor, Randy Bartlett, Peter Mary, Andy Ebon, Alan Bird.
Exactly. There's a lot of
The
talent.
list is huge. I mean, it literally is a who's who of the DJ and events industry.
Now, Drax, I talked to a few people who haven't been to the Las Vegas DJ show in a couple of years, and they've been hearing about the Planet Hollywood, and they're pretty excited about that. If you could give them kind of a little pointer of what's going to be different about the 2015 show from what they experienced a couple of years ago, what would that be?
Well, a couple things. One, everything is on site. It's really close. And B, advanced educational workshop training. Yes, there's an additional fee for this training, but everybody wants to get to the 202, 303 level kind of instruction if you've been to a number of shows. Well, not only do we have great seminar content, but we have limited class size, small workshops where you get focused training. Mike Walter has done a workshop on your your multi-system company.
Yeah.
Alan Berg has done one on wedding marketing. Randy Bartlett has done one on advanced mic skills. Peter has done one on audio editing, toasting, tons of things. This allows you to hone in and focus. That's one of the great advantages with the Las Vegas DJ show is we're focused on providing great content at all levels, at all experiences. One of the things we also focus on, our presenters are all largely DJs. They do what we do. Mm-hmm. They're in our business. We think that's important because you're going to learn from the school dances. You're not going to hear someone market about school dances. You're going to hear someone that runs a successful school dance company.
Yeah.
That's important. Same-sex weddings. You're going to hear that's something totally new in the last 2 years.
Yes, very much so.
Years ago, that wasn't even
on the radar
allowed, other than a few rogue states that were trying to push the envelope to make something happen. Yeah. Now it's kind of becoming the law of the land. This is a huge opportunity. There's a big nugget seminar right there, if that fits your personal feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
Regarding what you want your entertainment company involved with. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. But again, some people will say, I don't want to do bar mitzvahs because there's no way you pay me enough money to have 313-year-olds.
Exactly.
So I think it's going to be a great experience for the returning attendee. Yeah. Someone that's not been at the show for a couple of years. It's a fresh show. Yeah. It's the heart of the Strip. It's a great property. Everything about it's awesome. You can go on Facebook and you'll see people commenting about how awesome Planet Hollywood is, how awesome it's going to be. And, we restyle our content every year. Something for you people that have been there 2 or 3 years ago, we largely release a third of our presenters every year. Not because they were bad presenters or unappealing, but rather to bring in fresh content, fresh presenters. Mm-hmm. We're going to have people talking about how to actually build a business plan to earn what you want.
Yep.
Actually take you through the steps of what it takes to make a business that earns the kind of money you want. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a huge takeaway and a great advantage for people.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It should be a great show. If people want to find out more information, Drax, where can they go to check everything out?
Well, I'm sure you're going to put it on the screen, so it'll be right here.
It will be.
LasVegasDJShow.com.
Oh, yes, it will be up, and we'll put the links in the description below so everybody can check it out. And I think you've got a Facebook page up with it also?
We do. It's Facebook/the Las Vegas DJ Show. And the website is still a work in progress. We don't have all the seminars and speakers up, but you can rest assured, go to our Facebook page, read the comments of people that attended last year. They will tell you it's going to be legendary. Yeah. It will be a show not to miss. Yeah. We are taking many aspects of the show up several levels. Like our website says, changing the game again. Because that's our goal, is to keep pushing forward and making the industry better. Make the shows better. Make it the best offerings we can. And we hope that we can do a good job at that. Yeah. I think we will.
Sounds great, Drax. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll be there coming down August 30th for that meet and greet. Wouldn't miss it.
It's going to be awesome.
Looking forward.
Good to see you. Oh, by the way, congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you. That's pretty awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was kind of a surprise and a humbling and yeah, it was a moment. It was a If anyone has seen the video, it's out on our YouTube channel here, and it was one of those types of moments. So, but it was.
It reminds me of when you got the first ever Peter Mary Leadership Award after Peter received it from ADJA.
Yeah.
You know, those were great moments and I think that's really what we're all doing, is recognizing the things you've done, the contributions you've made to the industry. And I think it's well deserved.
Yeah, well, thank you. I definitely appreciate that. But Drax, we're going to wrap things up. And again, thank you for your time tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the links below. You can check those out. And yeah, we'll be seeing you guys, hopefully, August 30th at the meet and greet at the Las Vegas DJ show.
It's going to be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you then. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News and Disc Jockey News TV. Thanks for watching. Good night.